What it do to all my motherfucking free game people out there, man. To all of my FNB people out there, man. I hope y'all doing good this beautiful night. Or maybe day. I don't know when you're watching this. But I hope everything is going your way. I hope all the things you hoped for to get done today, you got done. You know what I'm saying? I hope that today your lucky pair of underwear was freshly washed, clean, and folded. You know what I'm saying? I hope this has just been your day. Today has been productive. I will say it's been productive. I got something done. You know, something is better than nothing. But I've been in just kind of a calm down and reflection period, as just a couple days ago, I graduated college. You feel me? No need to give me an applause, you know. But yeah, so I've been in kind of like a reflection period, thinking about my life, thinking about I'm trying not to think about the future too hard. I'm more so thinking about more so the present and what needs to get done right now in order to make me better. But I'm thinking about the future though still, even with all that. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? But something that I've been thinking about a lot as well is something that I've been thinking about a whole lot actually is the idea of not getting caught in the rat race, in the common man's mind. You know what I'm saying? Now, when a lot of people say the rat race, a lot of people even me, I'm not gonna say a lot of people, a lot of times when I hear the rat race, I think about working a mundane job every day for the rest of your life. That's what I'll be thinking about when I hear about the rat race. But I'm starting to come to understand that it's also a mindset. You know what I'm saying? It's also a way of thinking. And what can be described as rat race thinking. The idea of putting on a mask, being trapped in by certain beliefs, being imprisoned within your mind by beliefs and addictions, being no stronger than the things that give you dopamine, especially nowadays, with the instant gratification. I think nowadays that's more of a good representation of, rat race mindset, the constant every day doing the same thing, the scrolling, the whatever your personal form of instant gratification is outside of scrolling, and then eat shit, go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's or go to work. And my generation, we hate fucking working jobs. Nigga, I'm the general, the admiral of unemployed niggas. I hate working. Now, I can get a job, and I'm a hard worker, a good worker at that, but I never was a fan of it, so, you know what I'm saying? So I feel it. I understand it. But since I'm now, I didn't graduate college, I'm kind of outside of them years of being a child and being able to move with no with no responsibility per se, other than the school shit, but kind of out of that state where I can just move freely like I want, but in understanding that I don't want to get trapped. I don't want to get trapped in a performance of the everyday thinking, the everyday way of maneuvering, the everyday falling into whatever form of instant gratification that every day. I don't want to fall into that, because that's what you then become. After a while, you eventually become your habits. You eventually become, the things that you constantly do. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you do, that constant thing that you doing to get instant gratification becomes who you are. It gets embedded into your psyche, and it becomes, it falls and plays a part in everything you do in life. You know what I'm saying? When you fall When your mind falls like victim to a certain way of consistent maneuvering, it infects your it infects not just, it don't only just affect your mind, but it infects everything that you do. Because you know, I ain't gonna say how you do anything is how you do everything. I'm sure there's some things you do differently than others, but you know, it influences a lot of parts. Anything that's attached to this thought form that can play, that this thought form can play on or play within whatever space, is where to be affected. See what I'm saying? An example, what can be a good example to kind of get what I'm trying to say across? Like, for example, the idea of whenever you feel bored, you look for instant gratification. That's the simple one I think is a good one. That constant maneuvering for the quick way of solving a problem, I feel like will eventually bleed into the rest of your life. You know, it can bleed into your relationships. For example, you so used to instant gratification, and you're so used to every time you get that specific feeling of boredom or whatever, you go to, you know, distract yourself or give yourself something that gives you a quick feeling of positivity, or just give you a quick feeling of feeling good. You know what I'm saying? That isn't what you want. That isn't what I want either. I don't want to fall into that. And I think it's easy to do that nowadays because we got a lot of common comforts, along with the fact that we all got phones in our hands with everything we can ever need. You can see everything on this motherfucker. I can go see some big ass titties. I can go laugh for about 3 hours straight. Or I can watch me a movie. Feel me? I can play chess on this bitch. I can do a bunch of shit. This motherfucker got everything. You feel me? So it's hard not to fall into that when you got everything at your fingertips, per se. You know what I'm saying? It drains you, though. And that's where the problem come in. And that's another reason why I don't want to fall into this rat race form of thinking. Because that is a draining form of thinking. It will drain you of all your will to go and do anything. You won't want to go do shit because you have trained yourself to only, you know, feel comfortable with the things that come quickly. You know, that rat race mindset. So, free game people, I love y'all, man. I'm happy that everybody who watch the videos, I appreciate everybody that check out the videos. I appreciate the time y'all spend, whether you watch all of it or you watch 4 minutes. It's much appreciated. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all, free game people. Y'all take care of yourselves. I'm out of here.